People who are one with nature. They live with animals, imbued with their ancestors' spirit. Their mysterious masks instill courage in warriors and bring out the spiritual world. Africa's tradition continues on with a strong faith in this spirit. I am on my way to meet people who dream of creating Africa's miracle, one more time amidst the light and darkness of a splendid city where peace has returned. The last stage of my journey in Côte d'Ivoire, the unknown land facing the Pacific, takes me to Yamoussoukro, its capital. Yamoussoukro is the municipal capital of Côte d'Ivoire. It became the capital city only 3 decades ago. The city looks very leisurely, considering it is a capital. This is because the city was once a small village that became the capital for the reason of it being the hometown of the first president. A great amount of tax money was poured in to build the presidential palace, parliament building, court, etc. But all of these, the most remarkable is the Great Cathedral. It is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest church in the world. It is even bigger than the Basilica of St. Peter in Vatican City. The cathedral was also built by the first president in order to commemorate his works. The construction took a hefty $3 billion.
That to me, I say to you, welcome in this area of Vatican.
Thank you.
This basilica, people took only 3 years to build it. They begin the construction of this one in July 1986. That they finished in September 1989.
Really?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Only 3 years.
I cannot believe it. It's such a huge
36 companies that participate to the construction of this basilica. 11,000 workers.
11,000 workers.
The cathedral can accommodate up to 18,000 people. I could see clearly how it has copied the Basilica of St. Peter in the Vatican. The first president was criticized for abusing the national treasury to build such a huge cathedral. Although its building process might have been controversial, the cathedral now seemed to provide a spiritual shelter for the Catholics, who make up 40% of the population.
When I come, I'm happy. Yes. I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yes.
Leaving Yamoussoukro, I went towards the coast in the south. The land is a bay with the sea reaching inside the land. I am headed towards a small fishing village. The village will be easily approachable once the bridge is completed, but for now I can reach it only by boat. Most of the people heading home after work in the city are immigrants. The village was formed by immigrants from neighboring countries like Ghana and Benin. Unlike the busy port, the fishing village is very quiet. The fishermen are enjoying their nap time under the hot sun. Both the people and boats are resting. They seem peaceful, unlike my initial expectation that they would be tired from their immigrant lives.
오늘은 이제 주말이거든요. 토요일. 어부들도 역시 주말에는 저녁 일을 안 한답니다. 아주 바람직한 삶의 방식이죠.
The whole village seemed to be asleep when I found a fisherman handling a net.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est quoi? C'est le filet?
You catch big fish or small?
Ouais, c'est le gros poisson que vous attrapez.
Ça attrape tout.
Ah,
Ça attrape petit.
Every time they go out to fish, they have to organize all these hooks.
How many hook is there?
Ok, il y a combien d'hameçons?
Ça veut dire c'est 3 cartons. Un carton là. C'est 1000 que dedans.
1000 que donc il y a 3000 hameçons.
3000 hameçons.
와.
C'est la même là encore. C'est la même là.
Every time, ouais.
자, 여러분 이게 3,000개가 넘는데요. 이 바늘이 그거를 매일 이렇게 정리를 해야 합니다.
Souvent,
운이 좋은 날은 한
il y a
60만 원
40,
잡고
60.
그냥 병자 같은 날은 한 40만 원 잡고.
He only catches 40 to 60 fish when he casts 3,000 fish hooks.
C'est ce que j'ai fait maintenant.
No, you just use the hooks.
It seems very inefficient, but the fishermen say that they are content with what they do. There are fishermen who go out to sea during the holidays as well. They are rowing a boat with oars. There is no motor. The anchored boats are all small in size.
보니까 진짜 다른 것들은 저렇게 판자를 조각 판자를 이어서 만든 배들이 대부분인데 얘는 그냥 통나무네요. 통나무 안에 파서 만든 상대적으로 작고.
I didn't think a small boat would be able to catch many fish, but I must have underestimated the boat. The bucket is filled with fresh fish.
Ça, c'est ça. Macharon.
마샤롱.
마샤롱.
아, 마샤롱.
Macharon.
The first one is the carp, and this one is macharon.
Attention.
The people of CotedIvoire greatly enjoy fish. It is a great fortune that they are facing the Pacific. The fisherman's family will be enjoying fresh fish for dinner tonight.
Wow.
People are living in houses built with minimal walls and roofing. The village is made up of immigrants of different nationalities, but they seem more leisurely than harsh. Maybe it is because they understand each other's situation. Walking through the village, I find a bicycle loaded with commodities. Seeing how it is loaded with various items, I guess that the bicycle is a sort of moving supermarket. The bicycle supermarket must be important in this small fishing village where there is no store.
So he got these items in Abidjan.
Ça, c'est petit torche, d'accord? Les brosses, ok.
Ça, c'est
Les torches de pêcheurs.
Voilà, voici les petits fils, les torches en pile.
Ok.
Là, voici des gros lampes qui sont là, derrière.
So,
I hope he can make it every day.
He brings only the commodities needed for that village.
non, aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui, j'ai vendu 6 000.
Okay. You sell for about 6,000. You make business for about 6,000.
6,000 today. Not bad. 아무래도 공산품이다 보니까 이제 아비장 가서 띄워오는 값이 있겠죠. 그러니까 이렇게 매출이 오늘 적어서 별로 신이 안 나는 모양이에요.
Ça vient fort.
Mais est-ce que ça gâte les maisons, non?
Non, ça gâte parfois. Ça gâte un.
Ah, d'accord.
C'est qu'il n'y a pas de bois dur là. Ça tombe. Coco aussi, ça tombe un.
큰 태풍 같은 건 거의 없답니다. 그래서 이 마을
comprends
사람들이 다
anglais?
표정이 좋아서
Chinois là.
어떻게
Tu comprends chinois?
마을분들이 다 잘 살고
c'est
있어.
Japon.
그랬더니 큰 문제 없이 다들 잘 살고 있다고 그러죠.
I spot a satellite antenna in the village without any electricity or running water. This is the biggest building in the village.
이집트 가나, 사라고사, 마드리드, 사우스햄튼,
It is a
첼시.
theater that shows soccer games. The electricity comes from a generator. Two small televisions serve as the screens. We show movies sometimes, but soccer games are most popular. The people of Cote d'Ivoire love soccer. Coconut farming is another economic activity in this village, along with fishing. The coconuts are dried with fire and turned into copra. Then oil is extracted from the copra. Perhaps I look thirsty, because the woman thankfully gives me a coconut to drink.
완전 농익은 코코넛이에요. 마르기 직전에 이제 아직 남아 있는 목마른 차에 최고예요. 뭐 이온 음료 필요 없습니다. 이게 진짜예요.
The coconut is the main source of income for this family. The immigrant's life is sometimes filled with sadness and loneliness. They must feel heartache at remembering their families and friends at home. But these people have left their hometowns to find hope in this land. I head towards the final stop of hope, Abidjan. It is the financial capital of Cote d'Ivoire. Abidjan is the dreamland of immigrants who cross over to Cote d'Ivoire from neighboring countries. Abidjan was once called the Paris of West Africa and was responsible for Africa's miracle. Although development stopped temporarily due to national crisis, now it is once again dreaming of a miracle. On the way to the city, I'm stopped by a heavy traffic jam. The roads have not been able to catch up to the speed of city development and increase in population.
와, 지독하네. 지금 한 1km 왔나? 그거 왔는데 지금 거의 한 40분 이상 차 안에 있습니다. 우와. 아, 이거 언제 가나?
Bon, ça avant, il n'y a pas assez de voitures. Mais actuellement, il y a plein de voitures maintenant. Et puis la voie là, la route est petite.
C'est ça.
Ok.
On days when there is an accident, the road becomes completely paralyzed. I got off of the blocked road and went to the riverside where people were gathered. The river is full of children swimming, and there are tires in the middle of it.
Oui, mais tout le monde vient avec ses trucs pour laver. Les panneaux, les sachets, même les sacs vides, tout on vient laver tout ça ici.
The people wash the plastic bags stacked around the swimming children. This is the biggest outdoor laundry spot in Africa. The tires are the washboards. The laundry is usually industrial-sized plastic bags. The plastic wrappers are collected and washed, then sent to the recycling vendor, from where they are sent on to plastic factories. Before, only registered launderers could wash here, but now it has become a public laundry place where anyone can come and wash their things. Professional launderers come to wash laundry collected from houses and dry them on the grass during the afternoon. Most of the launderers are illiterate immigrants, so they have to recognize who the clothes belong to solely by memory. The laundry fee is 17 cents. It costs 34 cents with ironing included. This man says he has been doing laundry here for 2 decades. Although it is hard work, this is a thankful job and the only hope that the uneducated immigrant has for supporting his family. The heavy laundry load becomes a precious basis for someone to realize his dreams on. In Abidjan, you can often see cars loading cattle. They are people who have come to sell goats. Perhaps it is because they know their fate to come, but the goats seem unwilling to go. It is interesting watching the buyer loading the goats into a car and the taxi driver allowing the goats on board. This is Abidjan's biggest cattle market. It is formed along the railway line. Neighboring nomads from Mali and Ghana gather at the cattle market in Abidjan with their livestock. It takes 3 to 4 days by car for the man to reach the cattle market in Abidjan. But it is still better to come to Abidjan because there are too many people selling livestock at home and the market and profit are small at home. National borders do not pose a restriction when it comes to making a living.
C'est Corel Sud ou bien Corel Nord? Corel Sud. Moi, il a fait Corel Sud, non Somalie. Mali, avec Somalie, ça fait...
Non.
Mali. Dios. Mali, Bamako. Bon, maintenant, ça ne marche pas.
Maintenant, ça ne marche pas.
Ça marche pas.
Now, business are low.
No business maintenant.
Before the crisis, business were high.
I see. But it's getting better? Or...
Ben, il dit ça va quand même un peu, non?
Ça va, no problème, kaka. Il n'y a pas money. No money.
No problem, but no money.
Yes.
I hope we can make good business.
Okay.
Yes.
Il dit, il espère que vous allez faire de bonnes affaires et que vraiment votre affaire va marcher.
Ok, no problem. Okay,
yes, no problem.
Voilà.
The train appears with the sound of a whistle. The empty railroad once again becomes a cattle market, filled with the nomad's dreams. Markets are bound to exist wherever people live. There are many big markets other than the cattle market in Abidjan, populated by 4.5 million people, half the population of Seoul. Around 60 tribes living across Côte d'Ivoire gather at the Adjumé market with the agricultural products and crafts of their region. I see different items on display in every corner. There isn't anything the market doesn't carry. I stopped by a stall crowded with people. It didn't look like a vegetable stall. I wonder what was being sold. See how the vendor could raise her voice to the customer? She seemed to have the upper hand. And she has earned a lot of money.
The
mystery is solved. She is a pharmacist. There are many long-standing vendors in the historical market.
Okay, about 10 years selling here, yeah. Depuis 10 ans, c'est la même place que tu occupes? Oui. Tu as changé de place? She is always in the same place.
젊은 어머니인데 아이들 둘을 학교에 보내고 있대요. 그래서 애들 때문에 학교 보내려고 이 뜨거운 땡볕에 앉아 있다고. 그래서 나는 돈이 필요하다고. 뭐 하나 사들어야 할 것 같습니다. 이거 그냥 수돗물이지. 그냥 한번 입만 대고 있어서. 아마 주세요? 공비함?
오케이.
물을 한번
이렇게
주시던 분.
I selected a water bag. I quenched my thirst for 2 cents.
물 하나에 10프랑입니다. 그러면 우리 돈이 20원. 콘 한 봉지 이렇게 수묵 하나 빡빡 한 봉지 100프랑 200원. 제가 지금 산 게 우리 돈으로 하면 220원어치예요. 이 아주머니가 이걸 얼마나 파실지 모르겠지만 이걸 팔아서 새끼들을 먹이고 학교에 보내고. 그런데 여전히 표정 완전 밝으시죠? 초콜릿빛 얼굴에서.
Wherever you go in the world, mothers are strong. During my window shopping, I see a young girl carrying water bags on her head. She looks very young. The girl is only 15 years old, but she is working in the market instead of studying in school. I can guess what her story is.
C'est à cause de l'argent.
Because of money, no money, she cannot go to school.
When will the girl be able to set down her heavy burden and chase her dreams? I hope that day comes soon.
세상 어디 가나 보는 풍경이긴 하지만 볼 때마다 가슴이 뭉클한 풍경입니다. 시장 풍경. 한 푼에 거의 목숨을 걸듯이.
I hope that everyone's humble dreams will come true. On my way to the coast, I encounter a throng of people heading in the same direction. I cannot see where the crowd ends. They are all headed to the Ivory Coast.
무슨 민족 대이동입니다. 그래서 뭐 특별한 행사가 있어서 다 움직이는. 그냥 어제가 부활절이었고 오늘 이제 부활절에 명분들한 휴일이래요. 그래서 너무 더운 날이고 하니까 저희 아비장 시민들이 전부 아이스박스 집안에 있는 바구니 음식 담아가지고 지금 이제 바닷가에서 바람 쐬면서 먹겠다고 지금. 와, 이건 근데 뭐 거의 즐거운 평화 행렬이네.
Today all Abidjan at the sea.
So
Abidjan is
empty.
empty.
Okay.
Youth and holidays are always accompanied by music and dancing. The roads are jammed due to the large crowd of visitors. Several 100,000 people have gathered at the beach. They are all carrying big baskets in their hands. They are picnic baskets. The baskets are full of food, as food is always plentiful during the holidays. Their meals are similar to what is eaten at home rather than a special selection for a picnic.
All for picnic?
Yes.
You are going to the beach?
Yes.
So just all friends or family?
French.
Friends. Okay. Your mommy.
Okay.
엄마가 줬다고. So you come here every Sunday, every weekend? No, not every weekend.
Every year.
Every year, once a year.
Donc une fois par an, vous venez à la plage. Pourquoi aujourd'hui la plage est bourrée comme pourquoi aujourd'hui la plage est bourrée?
Mais c'est la Pâques, c'est lundi.
The latest music is popular among the youth. The Africans' innate sense of rhythm and computer music create a different kind of music. Even the children move their bodies to the rhythm. The Abidjan people say that they dream the Abidjan dream. I hope that they will be able to spread the wings that have been folded during the crisis, and then Côte d'Ivoire will become the home of a miracle that represents Africa. If they have passion as hot as the equator, then the Abidjan dream will come true someday.
읽어본 사람이라면 꼭 와봐야 될 역사 속의 한 순간에 들어가 있는 것 같습니다. 정말 훈훈하네요. 오늘 도네요. 엄청나다는 말밖에 할 말이 없습니다.